Howdy folks, it's Ultra here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we're going to continue the 3 Guianas bush trip. Still not sure how to say that. Halfway done so far, so this video will be legs 6, 7, and 8. I assume you watched the other video so you know what's going on, so let's get going. Alright, they have us outside along the beach. Hopefully we have time for a little skinny dip before we continue. Look at that windsock. We do still have live weather turned on. We have this entire trip so far. And the wind is getting worse and worse as the clouds get better. We've had some amazing weather though, but we're going to have some more weather to deal with. So we already know we need to take off on the runway opposite us. Alright, as I've been saying this entire flight, entire bush trip, I cannot start this plane on my own, even though I have before dozens or 100 times. For some reason it will not let me start it, so we have to do the Control E thing. But even there, it's wonky. It doesn't always work. It takes several tries to get it to work. So we'll give it a second and we'll see if it does anything. And if not, we'll try it again. So let's start reading here so we spend most of our time in the air and not all of it on the ground. That's the thing with short legs. Sometimes there's more stuff going on the ground than there is in the air. And let's try the Control E thing again. It's been taking 2 or 3 times. There we hear a thunk. And then we know it's going to work. I don't hear a thunk, though, that time. Well, we'll keep trying here in a minute. So you know it's a bugged aircraft when even Control E won't work. Good grief. Lift off from the lift off from the airport. Instead, of course, to the east, following the path of the river. Remaining to its south, pass over the northern edge of the extensive rice fields just to the south. Rice is an important crop to the area, and much of the production is exported. And then we're going to go over a town which I cannot pronounce, the 3rd largest in Suriname, and a center of rice and banana cultivation. That's right when we take off. Let's keep reading. And why will my Control E not work? Come on. Come on, Control E. Do your thing. This is ridiculous. Hope did I hear a thunk that time? Now it's winding up. It only took 5 tries, but we got it. Isn't that ridiculous? That's just crazy. Like I said in other videos, I don't know if something changed in the change log and it's me, or if there's a problem. I don't know. I just know that it's been a pain in the rear the entire bush trip. So right after the rice fields and town, you can see the rice fields here in the GPS. Right after the town, we're going to go to a big nature reserve. Turn to the northeast. Sight a lake that is between the Atlantic coastline and the extensive rice fields. Protected nature reserve. So that's right away. So let's keep reading. Right after that, turn to east and go to the coastline and look at another nature reserve, habitat for mangroves and birds and other things. So we got a town and 2 nature preserves, and then we'll head to a tiny dirt grass field that we're going to land on. So in this particular case, I read everything. Then we're going to fly it, of course, in the sightseeing segments. You'll see everything. If you have no idea what I'm talking about because this is your first bush trip, welcome, even though you're in the middle of a bush trip. Otherwise, I assume everybody knows what I'm talking about. I haven't been enjoying reading everything first and then flying, but these are so close together, they're going to happen so fast. And the leg is so short. Whatever, I just read it, and you get to look at it in a minute. So we have to set up GPS, though, to user 17, I think it said. There it is. Direct, activate, and put it away. There we go. So we're going to turn around and then head out. And then land at that crazy tiny field. Hopefully it goes okay. I'm kind of nervous, but we'll figure it out. There's a short leg. We can still get up to 2,000 feet, I think. Let's do 2,200 feet again. That was a good altitude. Get vertical speed ready. Get GPS ready on the CDI. With HSI, there we go. One set of flaps down. Now we need to taxi straight ahead, so let's use our favorite taxi view. Take out the parking brake. And back taxi, and then take off. And it looks like we'll be able to set autopilot right away. Oh my gosh, the wind will not let us turn. As long as we stay out of that water, we should be okay. I love this tiny little beach airport though. It's really cool. It's really neat. Whoops, I'm not looking where I'm going. The wind doesn't help either. Alright, differential braking, please work for me so that we can turn around without much issue, and it got stuck. That's okay. Anywho, alright, we are going to wind it up because I don't know how long it'll take to take off, although I'm sure we got more than enough runway Winding up, I'm watching the gauges and ready on that right rudder. Here we go. Whoa, okay, too much right rudder. Alrighty, airspeed is alive already. Should not take much to take off in this thing. And it is so windy. Oh my goodness. That's okay, rotate. Here we go, boom. Brakes to stop the wheels. Gear is fixed, flaps up. And we can immediately, because why not, engage autopilot, heading, vertical speed, 700 feet per minute works for me. And there we go. Simple, and look at that wind. Holy guacamole. Actually, let's be a little more aggressive on the vertical speed. Let's do 1200 feet per minute. Look outside a minute while we can, and then I'm going to set you off to some sightseeing, which means you don't have to hear my voice until we land already. Quick way to start the video, but that's how it is. And, well, something crazy happens in between. Do we want to go that way? No, we don't. Let's use the heading bug, and let's go back. Sometimes that happens with GPS. I was kind of afraid of that, to be honest. If you're not approaching it from about 45 degrees or so, it kind of goes wonky. I don't know if it's a sim thing or real life thing, but anyway, let's use heading bug, slowly dial it over there. And then once we get close to the purple line, I will engage nav on the autopilot. So you don't need to worry about it. Just know that I will do it. Right? We're going to go this way, approach about 45 degrees. When the purple line gets closer, I'll do autopilot or nav. So there you go. Like I said, we're in the middle of a bush trip, so I assume you know what's going on. I'm going to watch the speed of this aircraft because the speed is crazy too. And I'll see you when about ready to land already. Quick one. Seven minutes out or so from our destination airport here. And I'm yapping already because it's going to happen fast. Let's check out the scenery. It's okay. I don't know. This isn't one of my favorite bush trips by any means, even though it started out amazing. But the scenery is okay. It's satellite imagery. And if we were probably at 8,000 feet or higher, 10,000 feet, it would probably be insanely gorgeous. But at 2,200 feet, it's not that nice to look at, to be honest. So at this point, I'm just kind of getting through it, which is sad for me to say, but oh shoot. Don't overspeed, please. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Why is it doing that? It was at 135 when I started talking, and it went up to 177. I didn't do anything. The wind is the same as it was. The wind did not change. So why is it doing this? This airplane is a bummer. Maybe that's part of the reason why I'm not enjoying this bush trip so much. Because of all the follies of this airplane. It's driving me nuts. Again, I don't know if it's the sim today or the bush trip or this airplane got an update and it's all whack. But it was, I had it steady about a 130 or so. I had it nice and steady. I'm like, okay, we won't overspeed. I started talking, bam, look at that. Anywho, 5 minutes out now, 5.5 minutes out. We need to figure out what this airport looks like. I did look on here many times, and it's not very helpful. So we're going to rely incredibly heavily on GPS, which I don't normally like to do, but when you got to do it, you got to do it. We would never find this otherwise. So it's just up here somewhere. That's all I know. So far, it's holding at 144, 145. The wind is doing its thing. I could have understood if I was hanging out around here and there's a gust of like 50 knots or something, but there wasn't. So I don't know what was going on, but now it's pretty steady. But that's what I thought too, around in the 30s. I thought it was steady, and then all of a sudden it shot up. So I don't know. I have to keep an eye on it. 4.5 minutes now. Well, there it goes. Look. See, the wind is exactly the same. And there it goes. It just dips down. And it's not dipping down because it's staying at our altitude. It's just speeding up. I don't know what's going on. It's almost like it's trimming. No. Would it be trimming weird? I don't know what's going on. But oh, now it's going to come down. Whatever. See? That's weird. I didn't touch the throttle. It just did it on its own. What a mess. What a mess. Landing is going to be fun too. 14, 16 knot crosswind from the side. We might just land somewhere and then just taxi to the airport. We have had to do that before. We just land somewhere, then taxi around until we find it. Otherwise, we've got these rice field things and then the airport. So, rice field things and then the airport. Again, looking at this. Come on. I mean, there are some roads, a little town type thing. Just up here somewhere. I don't know. Like I said, we're heavily going to rely on that GPS to do this. Sometimes these long approaches are so boring in a lot of ways. I'm trying to appreciate the scenery, but I'm just having a hard time. This looks okay. This little section here looks pretty good, actually. It was those, the nature preserve area looked just terrible because of the satellite imagery was bad. I know they did the best they could and everything, but some of it's not great. That's okay. Alright, here are the rice field things. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right in here somewhere is the airport. Is it that little thing? It could be that. We could start coming down, I guess, to about our 1,500 foot approach here. And come down. Let's go down 700 feet per minute. Be kind of steep about it. Just because I think that might be our airport. Possibly. We'll have to see here in a minute. So we'll come down. Just keep zooming in here, little by little. I'm going to aim for this, but I'm not totally confident that's it, because there aren't any roads going by. First set of flaps out. Keep an eye on that speed though, because it's dipping. It's dipping fast. And time to kill autopilot. Full flap. Bring back throttles. Let's slow way down. We can slow down and level off and buy us a lot of time. It's not this. No, it's not that after all. It's, oh, is that it right there? That could be it. Let's get some speed going to get back in the game here. That could definitely be it. Let's come over here. That's not climb though. Let's see here. That definitely could be it. I'm gonna aim for that, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's what I'm going for. If so, then that's much easier to spot than the picture made it look like. That has to be it. And the wind will be, yeah, it's gonna be nasty, but that's just how it is sometimes. Yeah, we're definitely going for that. That looks nothing like the photo, because the photo doesn't have anything in it. They're two little markers and that's all you get, but this looks definitely like an airport. Very good. So this was the one I was worried about, and it's going to be just fine. And like I said, stay tuned, because we do have 2 more legs in this video. 7 and 8, so 6, 7, and 8 total. This is leg 6 right now. And if that's not an airport, then I don't know what it is. That is definitely our airport. Looks nothing like the photo, thank goodness. Like when my wife met me. We met at Match.com way before people even knew what it was. I had terrible photos of myself, but I don't know, we didn't have phone cameras or anything yet. So I just had some bad photos. My wife met me in person, and she's like, thank God you look better than you do in your photos. That's what she said right away. She's like, you look great in your photos, but thank God you look better than your photos. And I'm thinking the same thing when it comes to this airport. And look at that crosswind, and oh my gosh, this is going to give us a lot of problems. It might look kind of smoothish to you, but I'm really fighting. This is very difficult. We're going kind of fast. Oh, this is awful. This is awful. 4 right rudder, and we can't even crab it in. Oh my goodness. Okay. Touchdown. Just touchdown, please. Stop floating. Oh. Reversers, brakes, flaps. That was a struggle, and I enjoyed every second of it. Wow. Let's come up here, turn everything off. We get credit for the leg. Again, I don't know what is actually giving us credit. Sometimes it's this, it seems like. Sometimes it's not. I do know we need to wait for the props to stop spinning around. Then we should be good. There we go. It only took 12 minutes longer than it was supposed to, of course. Alrighty, leg 7 coming right up. And leg 7, where do they put us? Ooh, that looks really nice on the ground, actually. Right there at the end or the middle? At the end. Is there a windsock? Don't see one, so we'll just take off from here and hope for the best. That's what we'll do. Alrighty, let's do that thing again where we try to get it started and it doesn't really start, and the control E thing like 5 times. There it is right there. Let's see if it starts this time. Oh, did I hear it? I think I did. I think I heard a clunk. If I hear a clunk, that's good news. No prop, though. No prop? Well, we'll give it a second here. And no go. So let's try it again. Control E. Those things want to do its thing. There we go. Whoops. Is that right? Was that wrong? Oh my gosh. 3rd time's the charm. Oh, there, I heard a clunk. Now it'll start, because I heard a clunk. There we go. Okay, cool. Not sure why we're having problems with this thing, but at least I can start it, because like I said many, many times in this series, I can't start it by hand for some reason. So, better than nothing. Let that do its thing. We're headed to Zulu, Oscar, liftoff from Totness Airstrip, and follow the coastline. 8 minutes from now, we'll sight a river and pass over a village of Jenny. Anybody know the song Jenny from Flight of the Conchords? Pass over the village of Jenny, which is located where the bridge meets the western bank of the river. That's quite a ways out, so. Oh, and GPS has already captured what we need. Cool. Alrighty, so there's a bridge here and a village. Village and a bridge. Let's keep reading here. And oh, there's just these 2. Okay, after the village and the bridge, we're going to pass over the Copenhagen River, Copenhagen River, follow the connection road in an easterly direction, going invisible on another river, parallel its course. So we're going to follow a river. There's another village, and then the capital. You can read about that if you want to. That's a lot to read at once. And then we're going to Something in Hope Airport, located in the center of that town, Paramaribo, due west of a prominent bend in the river. There's the bend, and there's the bend, there's the airport. So a village with a bridge in a big old town. You can read about it if you want to. Pause it now and read it. And now we're back. Right, quickie, right? Yes, it is. All right, let's get one set of flaps down. Autopilot. Let's do 2,200 feet again. That was nice. And my autopilot just stopped working. Okay, it froze at 1,900 feet. That's weird. Maybe it'll work once we're going in the air. Don't understand that prop. Oh, and it's blank. And it's gone. Uh-oh. Did it die? Or did... the heck is going on? I just lost my Logitech multi-panel. I mean, we could do the old-fashioned way if I can remember here. There we go. There's 2,200 feet. I have to remember how to use this. It's been a long time. Flaps are down, right? Did they stay down when it became disconnected? Yes, because my flaps are on my Logitech too. Weird. Can I set vertical speed then? From here? No, not yet. Yeah, we can vertical speed. Let's do 1,100 feet per minute. Flight director's on. We'll do that. We're going to do nav. And vertical speed. So now you just said we got to amp autopilot, right? That's what we got to do. There we go. In some ways, that's easier than my multi-panel. Alrighty, we're just gonna turn from here and go. We don't even need that view. We're just literally gonna turn like this with differential braking and go just like that. We're out of here. We are out of here. Thank you for the quick restroom break and the sounds from the vending machine. And we are on our way. Let me turn down my personal volume. It's probably bleeding very loudly. And this wind wants to roll us over. Do we even have enough time to get up? Oh, that was a tailwind of what? 13 knots. No wonder that was a pain in the rear, pun totally intended. Alrighty, let's get out of this wind. Flaps coming up. Holy moly. Let's turn around. We'll hand fly for a moment. Whoop, let's step on that ball. There we go. The dash under the triangle right here. If you can see that. What do you mean? Right here? That is your stepping on the ball. Alright, let's look back at the town. Thank you for your hospitality, little town. But we have to get somewhere here. Let's keep our turn going. There we go. Beautiful ocean. Lots of scary animals in the ocean. My son is deathly afraid of sharks in any water, so he gets over it by watching a bunch of knockoff shark movies, which he's been watching today. A bunch of low-budget shark movies. They're fantastically bad. Autopilot, yaw damper. It'll follow nav. It'll climb already because I already set that up. Okay, I do remember how to use it. Alright, we already talked about everything. We're going to do the village named Jenny and then a big town, looking for a bridge there and a bend in the water there. And I'll see you then, I guess. I don't have much more to say. So there we go. I just have to watch her speed. See you in a little bit. 2 minutes out, looking for an airport right in front of our nose. I was trying to turn autopilot off and I can't because my autopilot thing doesn't work. So I just got to figure out where this is. It's right before the river. So right here somewhere. We should be able to find it. We should come down a little bit, but not too much. And man, this wind is crazy. You know, let's enjoy some views outside while we can. Looks good. Rainstorm's just off to our south instead of bothering us, which is good. And there's an airport out there somewhere. Is it this? That open space? It probably is. So let's get comfortable. Gear's already down. We'll bring back throttle so we can descend. Because we are really fast, aren't we? Oh, and gotta use flaps on my other apparatus because my autopilot machine, my Logitech multi-panel is blank. Hopefully it just needs a reboot from the USB. Not sure. I won't do that till I've shut down the sim though, so the next leg in this video I'll still use autopilot in the airplane. Yep. Alright. Here we go. I see the runway, I think. Can I see the runway? Full flap. Come on. Descend, please. I know I'm trying to look around at the same time and it's a bad idea. But I am. Okay, let's fly a plane because now we're going to reach stall speed pretty soon. At least it's nice and smooth. Look at that awesome bridge. Look at that. It's not pointed out as a waypoint in the next leg, but hopefully we'll be able to get sight of it if we take off from the same direction here. Oof. This crosswind is nutso. I'm trying to enjoy this scenery as I land a plane, which is not the way to do it. But it is so gorgeous. This is probably the best city we've seen in all of the South American bush trips. Pretty close anyway to the best. Yeah, I know we got to get way left. That wind is just a monster. Look at that. Front end pointing to the left. Come on, get down. You're way too high. We should be level with these buildings right now. There we go. Okie dokie. Oof. Wow, that wind. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh gee willikers. Oh jeepers. Touchdown please. Reversers engaged. And on the brakes, flaps coming up. And reversers disengaged. We'll stay right here. Why? Because we don't know exactly where they want us to park. And if we park in the wrong spot, it's likely that it will not count. So we're just going to sit right here, hang tight, get credit for this leg. And there we go. Moving on to leg 8 right now. Well, they put us in a really cool spot. Look at that. Nice. And we're going to take off from the same direction, so we'll just make a little U-turn. Actually, we'll just take off from right here. More than enough runway from here. But look at that. Isn't that cool? Let's look at this town. Let's just appreciate this town for a moment. Since when we take off, we're just going to be cruising right along. This looks really good. This is definitely the best town in all 3 bush trips for South America so far. We still have a few legs left of this one, but it's going to be hard to beat this. That's crazy. Look at that over there. Amazing. And that bridge is something else too. Obviously ship traffic goes through there. Alrighty, let's hop inside though. Let's get this thing started here. Actually, we do want that one. No, we don't. We want this one so we can see everything. Control E. Here we go. Come on now. Let's see if that works. And that's a really cool view too, like with the carts and everything. This is a great view. Super immersive. I could just hang out here for a while. And looks like we will be because it hasn't started up yet. Okie dokie. Let's try again. Do we hear a clunk? Oh, come on now. Is it gonna work? I heard some weird sounding things though. I did not hear a clunk. Oh, okay. I must have missed the clunk. Okie dokie, leg 8. Where are you taking us here? To SOOM. Sierra Mike Oscar Oscar. Alrighty, while the airplane's doing its thing, let's read about what thing we're going to do here. About 22-minute leg, not too shabby. Lift off from something in Hope. We know that's Hope from a previous leg. Lift off from Zorg and Hope Airport, head of the east. Pass over the Jewels, Wagenbrush Bridge, and cross the river. Follow the link. Prominent highway in the region. You can read the rest of that. Resort town. So let's hop over here and have a peek see. So we're going to go over that and go to Resort town. And then we're going to keep going to a little tiny town called Stokesriver. It's a little bridge. So there we go. Some cool stuff along the way, but mainly a little village with a bridge. And we'll read about that when we get there. For this leg, we'll read as we go. How about that? Alright, autopilot is still set up. So we want to do nav. Let's do vertical speed. 1100 feet per minute because we can. And there you go. That's almost easier than using my Logitech multi-panel, which doesn't work right now. Alrighty, let's reversers out of here because I don't want to hit anything. So let's reverse out of here like that, which they used to do, and some turboprops still do apparently, according to people in the know who I've spoken with. Is that enough runway? I don't think so. I think we need to go all the way back to this end. Because every little bit is going to count. That is so loud. I hope it's not bleeding into the microphone. I'm probably yelling anyway. Alright, yeah, we're going to go all the way back here. Yeah, look at this. We're going to use all of this. I know the arrows point to there at the 11, but we're going all the way. All the way. Although I'm sure we don't need most of it, but we're going to. This is just too beautiful to not look around a second. Like, look at this. That stuff there. That wall. Oh my gosh. This is insane. I've seen payware airports that aren't even this good. How amazing is this? This is obviously for bigger airplanes. Maybe even small jets would come down here. Perhaps. Perhaps not. I don't know. But let's use that differential braking. Come on now. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. Alright, let's just roll on out. Turn and burn. Turn and burn. And look at that. We're not even gonna be in the air before we get to where we even started. Look, we started right here. And we're in the air already with crazy wind. Holy guacamole. Alright, brakes to stop the wheels. Gears fixed. Flaps coming up, but I gotta use the right thing. I tried using my multi-panel again, and that's not gonna do any good. There's the bridge. We're gonna, ooh, I wanna fly under it, but it could be a solid object and we'd crash. So we're not gonna fly under it. We're just gonna slowly come at it here, just like this. And we'll gauge autopilot in a minute. I just want to enjoy this bridge before we engage autopilot. Is that cool? Oops, let's use this one. That's awesome. I like it. Me gusta. There we go. Ta-da. Very nice. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Engage autopilot. Boom. And the yaw damper. Nav should take over. And it is. Climb taking over. And it is. Very good. Alrighty. Flaps are up. Yes. Yes. Okie dokie. So we are going to leave this city. That looks just incredible to look at. I just can't believe it. That's such a good city to look at. We're going to leave here, and then we're going to head towards a little village with a little bridge. And then we're going to read about what's next when we get there. So enjoy a minute and a half of sightseeing, and I will see you when we get to the little town in just a couple moments. All right, 2.5 minutes to the village with the bridge. We'll try to make sure we spot that as we fly by, but let's read about what's next. Continue following the link, which has lots of buildings and stuff alongside of it, obviously, which is fun to see from the air. Look at that. That's so cool. Anyway, passing over vast sweeps of forest to reach Moengo. Moengo was founded to support the country's first bauxite mine. Bauxite, which is the world's primary source of aluminium, is an import-export product for the country. With Suriname, not sure. All right, so the village is right around the corner there, and then we're going to go another 7 minutes to another town with a lot of mining, which you can see, and then after that we'll read about the next thing. So we just have to see this little bridge yet, which we'll get to, and then we'll get to the mine town, and then we'll read about the rest of the leg. So stick with me here, enjoy some more sightseeing as I keep an eye on our speed over there. And very tricky, and I'll see you in a moment. So we're a minute and a half out from our village mining town we're supposed to look for, but we have some weather. And this weather goes to the ground. So if it doesn't clear up by the time we get to our destination airport, which is right there at the river, then we're going to have to clean up the weather because we can't land like this. This is too crazy. It's not worth crashing or redoing parts of the leg because of the weather. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, that's a beautiful shot, right? That's totally beautiful to look at, but it's nothing we can land in. So let's keep reading here about what is next after we get to this village with the mining stuff. That would be this one. So another 7 minutes out. Follow the link and gain a visual on the river, which follows the international border between Suriname, and French Guiana. Sight the town of Albina, located on the western bank. Then gain a visual of Saint-Laurent-du-Maroni Airport on the eastern bank, and pass over the river. And then we'll land at the airport on the eastern bank. Very simple. Now we just need to hop out here and look for this mining town. There it is right here, where it's supposed to be, at the end of the rainbow. So maybe it's a gold mining town, because it's at the end of the rainbow. Yeah, okay, didn't work for you? Okay. Funnier in my head. Anyway, there's a town we're supposed to see, even though it's kind of hard to see in the rain. So let's hop inside and head towards our airport, which will conclude not only leg 8, if that's what this is, but it'll conclude this video once we beach of this airport. So make sure you subscribe, notifications turned on, so you can see the final 2 legs in the next video to complete the South American bush trips and catch us up once again. There we go. Nice looking town behind those rain clouds. And I'll see you in just a moment. Alright, 3.5 quick minutes to the river and then right to the airport. Looks like we're going to want to turn to the right and come from the south based on the wind, unless the wind changes. And the weather cleared up just in time. I did not need to touch anything. I am so excited that I didn't have to mess with the weather. We can just land as is. So there we go. Just a few moments now until we get to that river. But first let's hop outside and get one more nice view of everything. Oh, that looks really cool with the storm in the distance and the ocean and the opening to the big river. There's the storm we just went through. Nice big storm. This looks beautiful. Just beautiful. Haven't spotted the runway yet, but not terribly worried. Like I said, we do have to go to the south, so let's do that now. So let's turn off autopilot right now and head to the south, and then we'll look for the river. We'll cross the river and look for the airport as we get there. Come on, zoom out. Thank you. And keep an eye on things. Ooh, that's not overspeed. This would be a bummer to get this far and then have it overspeed on us. Let's lose some altitude a little bit here. Very cool. Alrighty. Do we spot the airport? Yes, right there. Superb. So if we get enough descent and slow down enough, we can use this as our base leg. I think that'll give enough space. It's a very long runway, so we should be fine. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll be good. Alrighty, there's the town up there to the left. Can't really see it from here, but it's there. That's super attractive. Wow. This is so cool. First set of flaps. And we're about to hit our final here. And again, like, subscribe, turn notifications so you know when the final video of this bush trip goes live in a couple days, 2 days, 3 days, whatever I have it set up to do. And there you go. And I don't even know when you're watching this. Mid-April, end of April, so I recorded this about a month ago. I recorded these bush trips pretty much right after they came out. Full flap now. Not to hurry up and get them done, it's just I was excited to do them and I had the time because my kids have been home for spring break and stuff, so they were watching stuff in the evenings together I didn't want to watch, so I've been flying instead. So there we go. Alright, keep an eye on that speed because it is getting kind of low. Just trying to line up the runway here before we go into our final. And speaking of final, my kid is watching Final Destination right now. He wants to watch all 5 of them on spring break. I'm like, whatever. It's still super cold here in Minnesota, like 40 degrees or not 40, not even 30 degrees right now. It's ridiculous. Anywho, Let's just focus on landing and not hitting those trees. And now we have a nice crosswind from the right, finally, after all the crosswinds from the left. Whoa. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a tricky one. We should be able to do it, though. We've landed in worse conditions. So it should not be a problem. I just don't like how close those trees are to our airfield. Now we're going to gain a bunch of speed as we nosedive down over them. Want to get around that tree right there. There we go. Wonderful. And now we'll just level off. Right wing down, left rudder. Whoa. Whoa, this wind is doing funny things to me. And I don't like it. Gonna come down anytime today. There we go. Did we bounce? I don't think we bounced. I think the nose wheel bounced. Reversers engaged on the brakes. Could have been better, but it could have been much, 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 much worse. So I will take that as very acceptable. Let's shut this stuff down. Get credit for the leg. And see how this goes here. So there you go. Alrighty, once we get credit, we'll end the video, but make sure you are ready to watch the final 2 legs of this bush trip a couple days from now. And let's see how this goes. Does it count? Please count. And yes, it did. Alright, awesome. Already did my outro twice, so I'll see you next time.